Welcome to Raw Online. This is Dr. Kapil R, MDS, Prosthodontics and Crown and Bridge, currently working as a lecturer in the Department of Prosthodontics, Sri Ramchandra Faculty of Dental Sciences. Today's topic is denture insertion and post-insertion instructions from the unit Complete Denture. Contents of this presentation are introduction, denture insertion and evaluation procedures, post-insertion instructions, recall appointments, conclusion, and finally references. One must be accustomed to change before one can appreciate it. This was given by Frush and Fisher. This is extremely important for the dentist to keep in his mind when he is going to fabricate a completely edentulous prosthesis. One must be accustomed to change before one can appreciate it. Frush and Fisher had given this statement. It is extremely important for the dentist to keep in his mind prior to fabrication of a complete denture prosthesis. Introduction. Denture insertion represents a series of carefully considered procedures on the part of the doctor. It is also the moment largely awaited by the patient who has cooperated with both time and efforts towards this event. So this is the most awaited appointment for both the dentist as well as the patient. What is denture insertion? It is the process of directing a prosthesis to a desired position or the introduction of prosthesis into the patient's mouth. This is according to the Glossary of Prosthodontics Terms, edition 9. Synonyms of denture insertions are denture placement, denture delivery, denture insertion, and prosthesis placement. Denture insertion and patient education. The placement of a new denture in the patient's mouth involves a series of procedures from primary impression, border molding, jaw relation, wax trying, and finally denture insertion. So this is the last appointment for both the patient as well as the dentist. There is a sense of relief at this stage for both the patient as well as the doctor, but still there is also a sense of apprehension. Why? For a dentist, he will be thinking in his mind, would the denture be satisfactory or not? How will the patient react to the denture? How will he conceive our work? Would the denture be satisfactory or not? How will the patient react to the new dentures? All these are the things that will be running on the dentist mind. So, patient education and preparation is an extremely important step throughout the denture fabrication process. Before the denture is actually inserted in the mouth, the patient should be prepared psychologically. Educating patients regarding the limitations of dentures as mechanical substitutes for living tissue must be reinforced from initial patient contact until the adjustments are completed. This is extremely important. Once you are psychologically training the patient, your successful denture is assured. Expected results should be clearly discussed before the completion of the dentures. Any explanation after this are often seen by the patient as an excuse for poor work. Old dentures should be out of the mouth at least for 24 hours before the insertion. Only then the patient will be able to know how his new denture is. So he will not compare his old denture and his new denture. Denture insertion evaluation procedures. The denture insertion procedure consists of a series of evaluations where the dentist evaluates the denture to make sure it satisfies all the requirements. Evaluation of the complete denture processes is divided into the following headings. First, you evaluate the processed denture, then you evaluate the polished surfaces, then the tissue fit, comfort and speech by the patient is evaluated. Retention, stability and support of the complete denture prosthesis is evaluated, and then jaw relations and occlusions are evaluated, and finally comes to the aesthetics evaluation. Evaluation of processing. Processing errors can often result in an unsatisfactory denture. It is imperative that the dentist examines the denture thoroughly before inserting. This is a pictorial representation of a denture with porosities. This gives a very unaesthetic appearance, and the dentures are also prone to fracture when there are processing errors. Inspect the denture for processing errors, example porosity, grazing, and for poor craftsmanship, example inadequate polishing and trimming errors. Examine for adhered plasters and stone fragments prior to insertion of your complete denture. Tissue or the fitting surface should be evaluated for imperfections, nodules, sharp edges and plaster. Borders should be rounded with no sharp angles. Polished surface should be smooth without scratches, and no plaster on the gingival crevice should be evident. Evaluation of the tissue fit and comfort. This is told by the patient to the dentist. So, any acrylic spicules, excess foreign particles like plaster, stone can cause discomfort to the patient. So, the dentist has to attend to this complaint of the patient. The dentist has to check the denture intraorally as well as extraorally, and then he has to correct all the errors, insert onto the patient's mouth. If this is not done, the patient will be repeatedly complaining of the same, and then this will eventually lead to ulcerations and denture stomatitis, and the patient will not wear the denture, and this will be one of the reasons for failure of their complete denture prosthesis. Relief. Bilateral undercuts on the residual ridge always pose a problem during insertion. You will not be able to insert the denture when there are bilateral undercuts. For this reason, the bilateral undercuts on the residual ridge should be relieved. The thin mucosa over the lingual bony prominence of the mylohyoid muscle also pose a threat during insertion. Because of the very thin soft tissue, when you are inserting the denture, relief should be provided. With advanced resorption, the mentalis and the incisive canal nerves may have so little tissue over them that they will also require to be relieved to avoid discomfort. Pressure indicating paste and elastomeric impression materials. So you have disclosing paste that are available. They are also known as pressure indicating paste, and also you can use elastomeric impression materials to identify the sore spots or your pressure spots. These elastomeric impression materials or disclosing wax are applied onto the intangular or the tissue surface of the denture in thin strokes. It should be extremely thin. The second picture represents how your elastomeric impression material or your disclosing wax or your pressure indicating paste should be applied onto the intangular surface of the denture. The material should not be thick or should not be in excess. So once applied onto the intangular surface of the denture is then inserted into the patient's mouth, and a very light pressure is given. So, and the patient is also advised to perform all the functional movements he or she is going to perform throughout a denture wearing period. After the material sets, the denture is then evaluated for exposure. The areas where there is exposure of the denture is then relieved. So this is also a method that you can perform while you are inserting your complete denture. This relieves all the pressure spots or your sore spots. Treatment of polished surfaces. Inspect the denture borders outside and the inside the mouth for irregularities. Same way, your pressure indicating paste or your disclosing wax or elastomeric impression material can be used for doing the same. The borders are properly relieved to accommodate the frenum. So, frenum trimming labially involves a vertical motion, and buccal frenum involves an oblique motion. A picture representing relieving the frenum, the labial frenum.